we just got confirmed for next arc in Arc V that we're going to be having the Duelship Champion, that we're going to have a big old tournament like we did last time. I'm looking forward to Championship, seeing what we're going to have for a tournament, so let's get straight into this one. Okay, so this episode we saw mainly it was just set up, it was just build up for the most part. We're seeing, you know, oh, like the Junior Youth Championship, like, oh, people have been talking about this, and pretty much the only way that Yuya's going to get into this is that he's got to get a 60% overall win, which is like, yeah, that seems like pretty cool, you know, he's got to get wins and all that, and it seems like he hasn't got enough for it. So, although what I really did like is that stupid bastard we see from the start, that Nico guy, like with the freaking Hitler stash. Like, he said, oh, I'll get you in there for you know, just become my sponsor and all that. And, like, I like that Yuya said, oh, I'm not getting in there for, you know, free and all that. He said, I want to win them fair and deal. Like, yeah, just get me some, you know, places and all that. Give me some, like, things I can get into. But apart from that, no. I was like, I ain't accepting that. It's like, and you see that a lot of people are going to be accepting it as well. That a lot of people, you see, Shiwatari, he's going into the duel as well. Like, he's going to get into the championships. Not to mention as well that there have been rumors that the LDS, like Leah Duel School, are actually working on their own pendulum cards, as we saw that Akaba Reiji had. So maybe this as well is the start of this arc that we're actually going to start seeing other users or other members of the LDS actually using them, and that's going to be kind of interesting to do that, like, because oh yeah, it shouldn't be something special just to like Sora, like, or even anyone else. Like, it should be special to Yuya. I want Sora to use them. I want Yuzu to use them. I want, you know, Shiotari to use them. I want a lot of other characters to use them. I mean, yeah, sure, give some special elements to them, maybe to like Yuya and all them, but it's like still overall, it's like that doesn't mean like he should just be the one over it. And I'm glad he got over that super quickly in the last week's episode, because if that was the whole thing that was still dragging on, I would have just been so annoyed. But overall, it's like that was just, I'm glad that happened. And now we see as well that Sora as well, it seems like he can actually use his dual disc alongside the future Yuya, or whoever the fuck that guy is, like, can use it as a giant sword. So I like that now, that in the future, when I go, if I ever decide to keep future dueling and all that, like when I'm an old ass man, that pretty much I can use my own dual disc as a fucking lightsaber. Yes, apparently you can use it to combat now. And not to mention, we've seen some other stuff, like we see like the other students. I'm glad that these characters aren't just becoming like, oh, these are one-time, like, you know, duelists and fighters that we saw and all that. It seems like with this arc, we're going to have, like, or even though this show is that, we're going to have a lot more focus on the other characters, maybe on the side characters. For the meantime, for all these guys, for all we know, these guys could become super irrelevant later on in the arcs and all that, but I'm pretty sure that we're going to see all of these guys competing in the tournament and see what they're going to do. I mean, although they didn't get much information from, like, the LDS, like, top guys and all that, like, these are the guys that, like, have the best of the best and all that, and they're, like, the elites and all that. They didn't, there's a lot of mystery going around with the professor, I think his name was Marco, about who attacked him and all that. And definitely the girl, like the fusion woman, like, I remember, definitely was taking a lot more of the strong points, saying like, I'm going to make sure I find this. And she does actually find it when Yuzu was actually begging just to say, oh, please, you know, Sora, teach me fusions, that was a shocking thing. It's like, out of everyone we've seen, like, pretty much out of the whole series, out of the whole Yu-Gi-Oh branch, she's like the only one that's like been, I need to train, I need to get stronger and all that. And it's like, obviously the user and through our own terms as well. It's like, that I like. It's like, we finally got another, I guess, strongish female. Like, I still say she has some of those factors that you see from, like, Kotori from, like, the, you know, the last season, or Corey, I forget what her name is in the English. But it's like, still, that's good that she's actually learning, she's trying to get better, and hell, fusions, I'm fine with that. I mean, her deck isn't anything special, but maybe it can become even more stronger to use fusions. And then we see, you know, there was a little clash between Sora and as well, like, the future Yuji. I don't know what to call him. I would just call him, like, F Yuya or something like that. Or something. We don't know what the fuck he is right now, but it seems like every time he uses, like, brace it, like, activates his, like, disappear, so who knows, maybe he's not, it keeps teleporting him to a different, you know, reality or something. I don't know. It's weird with Yu-Gi-Oh! Sometimes and all that, but she was trying to get in there as well, but it just happened to disappear. So overall, it was a fun episode. Like I don't think, one thing that I found what was really noticed, and I noticed it really badly in this episode, that the animation looked terrible. Like, some parts of this like episode looked just appalling at some parts and all that. But it's like, overall, apart from that, it was just fun, chill, and it was just build up and all that for the most part. But that animation just, I don't know, a lot of the time that just got to me, and I think that was just because nothing extraordinary happened in this episode. And from what we're going to have, we're probably going to have, like, Yuya have all his matches now, like, because it seems like the next one's going to be, like, some cooking dude and all that. So, for all the 4 duels, so pretty much, I imagine, up to, like, episode 20, or even, hell, in the 24th, like, we probably won't even see the start of the Youth Championship arc. So I imagine we're going to not enter the arc pretty much yet. This is going to be like the preliminaries and the setup to it. But overall, it was a fine episode. I'm going to give this one a 5 this week. I can't really let go of that animation that really did just made the episode a little bit air to watch. But what did you guys think of the conversation down below? Are you looking forward to like the setup to the next arc and all that? Also, will you be able to win? And who the fuck is that guy with the XYZs? And was he the one that attacked the professor? But that's all for me. I was thanking them for watching. As always, remember, I'll see you guys next time. And remember, straight like panda.